So, waveguides, which is a very important topic, definitely will get a question from this concept. We know that transmission line. So, what is the purpose of transmission line? A transmission line can be used to guide EM energy from one point, that is source, to another point, that is load. That is, this is a source point, this is a transmission line connecting source to load. So we are transmitting energy from source to load like this. So this is the basic purpose of transmission line. So waveguide is also same purpose. Waveguide is another means of achieving the same goal. Another means of achieving the same goal. That is, a waveguide is also another technique or another way to connect source to load. That is, to propagate energy from source to load. Then what is the difference between these two? That is, the transmission line and waveguides. The basic difference between transmission line and waveguide is the first point is transmission line support only transverse electromagnetic wave. Transverse electromagnetic wave, or we can say this as a TEM wave. TEM wave. Whereas coming to waveguides, waveguide can support TE and TM waves. Waveguide can support TE and TM waves. That is transverse electric. TE means transverse electric and transverse magnetic. It cannot support TEM wave. Cannot support TM wave. So we will discuss later what is the actual meaning of TE wave and what is actual meaning of TM, what is the actual meaning of TEM. This is the first difference. And second difference is, generally transmission line is used to operate from 30 to lower frequencies, 30 to 300 megahertz. Generally, transmission lines are used to operate at 3 to 300 megahertz range. That is the low frequencies. Generally low frequencies. At higher frequencies, that is in the range of gigahertz, what happens is transmission lines are inefficient. Transmission lines are inefficient to transmit energy. Because of skin effect and dielectric losses. So generally waveguides are used for high frequencies. Generally microwave range of frequencies. microwave range of frequencies. So this is another main difference between transmission line and waveguide. Another difference, the third difference between transmission line, this is transmission line and waveguide. The third main difference is a transmission line may operate from a DC to very high frequency. DC to very high frequency, that is from zero frequency to very high frequency. Whereas consider a waveguide, if you consider waveguide, a waveguide can operate only above a certain frequency. Only by a certain frequency called as cutoff frequency. That is, this is if you consider this is from zero frequency f. So this is, can operate from zero to some high frequency, transmission line. Whereas if you consider a waveguide can operate from a particular frequency to some range of frequencies. So this, suppose FC is called cutoff frequency. So this is the reason waveguide is also called as a high pass filter. So this is the reason why waveguide is also called as a high pass filter, because it can operate above only certain frequency. Generally waveguide is operated for high frequency range. So there is a cutoff limit, suppose 4 GHz. So we can operate the waveguide only above 4 GHz. So below 4 GHz it will not work. Generally what happens is, the waveguides at low frequencies, what happens is, for DC values, they become excessively large. At low frequencies, waveguides become excessively large. That is, the size of the waveguide becomes more. So that's why generally it will not be used for low frequency operation. That's why generally for low frequency operations we will go for transmission lines, whereas at microwave range of frequencies, that is in the range of gigahertz, we use waveguide for transmit energy from source to load. So this is a very important point. Waveguide acts as a high pass filter. Now we will discuss what is the difference between this TEM, TE and TM modes or TM waves. One is the transverse electromagnetic, one is transverse electric, and one is transverse magnetic waves. We already discussed uniform plane waves. So in a uniform plane wave, suppose propagating in z direction, positive z direction, we know that E field, that is Ez, and Hz are 0. Ez equal to Hz is equal to 0. That is, we know that this is that is neither electric field or nor magnetic field intensity had any component in the direction of propagation. So both electric field intensity and magnetic field intensity components in that particular direction of propagation are zero. Propagation of zero. Like this. Suppose this is x, this is y, this is propagation direction. The wave is propagating along the z direction. Along z direction. Only we have ex, ey, ex, ey, or hx, hy. Ez and hz are 0. Ez and hz are 0. And one more thing, we know that we already E dot h is equal to 0. We already derived this. E dot h is equal to 0 for a uniform plane wave. That is, both electric field and magnetic field are perpendicular to each other. Dot product is 0 means they are perpendicular to each other. The angle between them is 90 degrees. So both electric and magnetic field intensities were always perpendicular to each other. Always perpendicular to each other. So this is one of the point already we discussed. One more thing. This E and H fields are perpendicular to the propagation direction, because Ex, Ey, similarly Hx, Hy along x and y directions. So the propagation direction is z. So E and H are perpendicular to the propagation direction. Propagation direction. So that's why this wave is also called as transverse electromagnetic wave. Transverse electromagnetic, TEM wave. Transverse electromagnetic wave, TEM wave. So that is the electric field intensity and magnetic field intensity are perpendicular to each other, and they are also perpendicular to propagation direction. Propagation direction. That's why this wave is called transverse electromagnetic wave. So that is the meaning of what is a transverse electromagnetic wave. Now there are some situations in which there are some situations in which the electric or magnetic fields, have components in the direction of propagation. Components in the direction of propagation. So we discussed for a uniform plane wave, the components in the propagation direction are 0. But there are some situations where the electric field or magnetic field have some components in the direction of propagation. So in this particular case, the first one is, if a wave has an electric field which is entirely perpendicular to the direction of propagation, but with a component of magnetic field, in the direction of propagation. In the direction of propagation, this wave is called transverse electric wave or TE wave. That is, if you draw the statement in a diagrammatic form like this, suppose the wave is propagating in z direction. If a wave has an electric field which is entirely perpendicular, so suppose this is E field is like this. Of course, similarly H field means like this. E and H fields are like this. But with a component of magnetic field in the direction of propagation, that is, if it has a Hz component, then this is called transverse electric wave, because in the propagation direction we have magnetic field. For this magnetic field, electric field is transverse, that is at a 90 degrees angle. So we can call it as transverse electric wave. Transverse electric wave. That is, for a TE wave, Ez is equal to 0, but Hz is not equal to 0. Ez is equal to 0 and Hz is not equal to 0. So this is the meaning of transverse electric wave. Similarly, in the second case, similarly, if the magnetic field is entirely perpendicular to direction of propagation, and the electric field has a component. The electric field has a component. The electric field has a component in the direction of propagation. In the direction of propagation. This is a transverse magnetic wave. Transverse magnetic wave. That is, if you draw graphically, the situation is like this. This is suppose Z is the propagation direction. So H field is perpendicular to this. And in the propagation direction it has a Ez component. Of course, E is perpendicular to H and Z. In the propagation direction, it has a electric field component. So H field is perpendicular to the existing electric field component in the propagation direction. So we can call it as a transverse magnetic wave. That is, for a TM wave, Ez is not equal to 0, whereas Hz is equal to 0. So this is another important case. There is another situation also where Ez is not equal to 0 and Hz is also not equal to 0. That is called a hybrid mode. So generally that is a higher level, in higher level study we will discuss about those things. So I am not discussing that thing here. But suppose Ez is not equal to 0 as well as Hz is also not equal to 0. That is called a hybrid mode. So generally, if you consider a waveguide supports this TE and waveguide supports TE and TM mode waves, or TE and TM modes, or TE and TM waves, not TEM, transverse electromagnetic. So this is very important point.